3 new players will take on the big court here on People Puzzler. Goodbye.
Last time on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? What are you going to do with the money?
Have to get a new car, and I want to travel.
You're right for $32,000. You did it for $64,000. Just won $125,000. What is the name of architect Frank Lloyd Wright's Wisconsin home and studio?
Regis, I think I want to take the 50-50.
I just want to remind you that you would lose $93,000 if you miss this.
I'm going to do something that may be a little bit reckless. I'm going to go with D.
David, you just won $250,000.
I'm taking the money.
The winner, Bob Watts. Now, join us from New York for night 80 of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sunday night at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You know, we love to make a difference in someone's life, like we did the other night with David Rice from Miami Springs, Florida. He was between jobs. He wanted to go back to school. Now he has $250,000, and those winnings will certainly help him do that, as well as replace that 15-year-old car of his. Now hoping to follow in his footsteps, Bob Watts from Columbia, Missouri. He and his wife both aspiring writers studying for their PhDs, and there are college loans to pay off and lots of other expenses. So this is an important night for you, huh, Bob?
Absolutely.
It's great to have you back.
It's great to be here.
What did you do last night?
We're simple country folk. We went out for a dinner and went to bed pretty early, called a few friends, let them know how things were going, and just tried to relax.
Good enough. And you're speaking, when you say we, you're speaking of Stephanie, your wife. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good,
Now,
good.
both of you studying for PhDs, huh?
Uh-huh.
That's terrific,
Yeah.
but a lot of work.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
What are you studying?
Fiction writing, actually.
Fiction writing, and you?
Poetry.
Poetry?
Poetry.
You're going to need to win $1 million. So you know that.
I'm looking for a Fielding Fellowship to finance writing my.
Well, this could be it.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Do you write poetry?
Yeah, I write poetry. I've had a few published in minor journals and a couple about to come out in a fairly major journal.
Good for you. Does writing poetry pay anything? I mean,
Oh no, no. You might get you can't make a living writing poetry. If you're a very successful poet, you might get a teaching job. You can do conferences, things like that.
but it's in your soul.
It's in my soul.
It's
yeah.
pouring out of
It's
it.
pouring out of me constantly.
All right, Bob, here, let's get down to business.
Okay, let's play.
$300 you've won. You're 12 questions away from winning $1 million. Here's how we play. The more questions you get right, the more money you win. Once you reach the $1,000 or the $32,000 level, you're guaranteed to leave here with at least that much money. You have all of your lifelines left, 50-50. Ask the audience, phone a friend. It's all here for you. All right, Bob, you ready to play? Studio audience, are we ready to play? Let's do it. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Here we go. We're going for $500 now, and here it is. According to Yogi Berra, another great poet, it ain't over till when? It's over. It's canceled. It's Friday. It's well done.
I grew up in North Carolina, but I've always been a big Yankee fan, so I know Yogi Berra, I know his saying, hey, it ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over till it's over. Right answer for $500. Very good. For $1,000, Bob, the word butte is most appropriately used to describe which of the following? Tree, car, hill, ramp.
Now, when you cut down, I grew up working with sawmill. When you cut down a tree, you do have a butt, but it's not spelled like that. That's a flat-top mesa, I think. C, hill. That's my final answer.
And it's the right answer. You got it for $1,000. Kind of tricky, huh? Could have been fooled easily on that one, right? Here we go for $2,000, 10 away from the million. On the TV sitcom Frasier, what type of terrier is Eddie? Fox, Skye, Andy Dinmont, Jack Russell. You've seen Frasier?
Yeah, I've seen Frasier.
You've seen the dog?
Seen the dog. Stephanie used to work at AKC, but then had the whole book of breeds at home. I am virtually certain on this, but I'm not sure if virtually certain is as certain as I want to be. I'm going to poll the audience.
Want to poll the audience? Sure. All right, audience, Bob needs a little help here. On your screens using A, B, C, or D, please vote now. %84% feel it's the Jack Russell.
I was virtually certain going in it was Jack Russell. And I'm going to give that, I'm going to trust the audience.
All right, fine.
D, Jack Russell Terrier.
Make that your final answer.
That's my final answer.
Eddie is a Jack Russell Terrier. You're right. All right, we're 9 away from $1 million, going for 4,000 when we come back.
On pure.
Like me. So when experience matters, get Leaf Filter. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
Bob Watts from Columbia, Missouri. What school do you go to?
University of Missouri, Columbia, Mizzou is the...
Yeah, that's a fine writer's school, isn't it?
Wonderful school.
Yeah. Now, how did you and Stephanie been married now for 10 years? How did you meet Stephanie?
We met in a restaurant. He told me that he was writing the great American novel, and I bought it.
That's the... It's an old line, you know, we used it many, many times. And then what happened?
There was someone outside the window with his face pressed up against the glass, and he volunteered to escort me out.
You never heard the full story. That was somebody that Bob paid to intimidate you, and Bob volunteered his services. And that's how it all began.
I always keep that cousin away at family reunions. So.
That cousin, huh? All right, now, Bob, here you are with 2 lifelines left. You're going for $4,000. You're 9 questions away from $1 million. So here we go again. Let's play. Here it is now for $4,000. According to the United Nations, what country has the largest population in the world? India, United States, China, Brazil.
They're all very populous. All of them, lots and lots of people. But C, China, is the correct answer.
Think it's China?
I think it's China.
Confident?
Pretty confident.
Final?
Final answer.
It's China. You won 4,000. Going for $8,000 right now. What country legend's choice of wardrobe earned him the nickname the Man in Black? George Jones, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard.
Now, that's the kind of question I like to see.
You're a country guy, right?
I'm a country guy. No, not just music, but yeah, I'm a country guy pretty much any way you slice it.
All right.
The answer is B, Johnny Cash.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Johnny Cash, you got it for $8,000. $7 away from the $1 million. Here it is for $16,000. Which former Soviet premier initiated the program known as Perestroika? Gorbachev, Andropov, Stalin, Brezhnev.
Didn't take Russian. Took Latin, which doesn't help a whole lot here. But I believe perestroika means openness. I know it was a move to lower some of the restrictions. Certainly wasn't Stalin. Andropov was KGB, very repressive. The correct answer is A, Gorbachev.
Gorbachev?
Gorbachev.
Final?
Final answer.
Yes, it was Gorbachev for $16,000. Here we come to that $32,000 question, very important for every contestant. You lose $15,000 if you miss it, but here it is. In the 1999 film, The Blair Witch Project, the characters disappear in the woods of what state? Oregon, Maine, Wisconsin, Maryland.
Haven't seen this movie. I've read quite a bit about this movie. And they are in the woods of Maryland.
You didn't see the movie?
Didn't see the movie.
Remember reading that?
Remember reading, I read a fair bit about the movie.
Okay, want to make that your final?
That's my final answer.
Final answer, Marilyn. It's good for 32,000. You know, it's quite a road to get there, but now you're just 5 away from $1 million, Bob. You won 32,000. Here it is now for $64,000. A diamond is rated 10 in hardness on what scale? Ohms, Morey, Mohs, Mole.
Well, I've played college ball at a number of different colleges, and you get a lot of questions on the Mohs scale of hardness. I know I think the softest is talcum, and the hardest is diamond on the Mohs scale. Those are the only things I know on the Mohs scale. I can't tell you where else, but it is the Mohs scale. C is my answer.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Mohs. The right answer for $64,000. All right. He's 4 away from $1 million. We'll be back.
RosettaStone.com.
All right, we have Bob Watts, PhD student from the University of Missouri at Columbia. I know Stephanie's very excited about what's going on. You don't have children, do you?
No, don't have any children. I do have somebody at home. Probably not. Will be watching with us later. Parrot.
You have a parrot?
We have a parrot. A parrot named Walt, after Walt Whitman, the great American poet.
Uh-huh.
Flew into our backyard right after we moved into Columbia. We just realized Columbia was a magical city. Parrots, grow on trees there and go flying in.
So he flew in looking for a free meal, and you gave it to him.
He was looking for a southern accent. He was whistling the tune to the Andy Griffith Show, looking for a nice southern family to move in with.
Well, can this parrot speak? Does he do anything?
Yeah, he speaks. I taught him to bark for his own protection.
He barks?
Yeah. He ran a dog off once that was approaching his cage, barking at it until the dog got scared and ran away.
Sure. All right, Bob, can you believe this? You're 4 away from $1 million.
It's a little hard to believe.
All right, we're going for $125,000. You just know that if you miss, you'll be reduced to $32,000. So here it comes now for $125,000. Let's play. $125,000. What book by Irma Rombauer has gone through 6 editions and sold over 14 million copies? I'm Okay, You're Okay, The Joy of Cooking, Goodnight Moon, The Road Less Traveled. Have you heard of this?
Heard of all these books. Haven't read any. Well, I've actually looked at one of them, but don't know really any of these books. Haven't read any of these books. I think I'd like to use my 50-50 lifeline here.
You want to use your 50-50?
I'd like to use the 50-50.
All right, computer, would you take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving Bob 1 wrong answer and the correct one? Joy of Cooking, Goodnight Moon. 6 editions, 14 million copies.
Now, I have one of these at home, but I don't use it a lot. Well, I don't cook a great deal, and when I do, it's just pretty simple fare. I'm good with toast. I know Goodnight Moon's a children's book, but that doesn't tell me anything about who wrote it. I'm going to use my phone a friend.
Want to call somebody? Sure. Who is it?
I'd like to call Rod Santos, who directs the creative writing program at Missouri.
All right, fine. We'll get Ron on the phone, AT&T, and let's see if he can help.
Hello?
Hello, Rod.
Yes.
Hi, Regis Philbin here from ABC's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
How are you, Mr. Philbin?
Good, how are you?
I'm just fine, thank you.
I'm here with your pal Bob. He needs some help.
Well, I'll do my best.
He's going for $125,000 right now, and he's going to read you the question and two possible answers.
Okay.
All right, one of them, of course, is the right answer, Bob. It's all yours. 30 seconds right now.
What book by Irma Rombauer has gone through 6 editions and has sold over 14 million copies? The Joy of Cooking or Goodnight Moon?
Tell me the name again, Bob.
The Joy of Cooking or Goodnight Moon by Irma Rombauer.
I am pretty sure it's The Joy of Cooking, Bob.
How sure, Rod?
I'm about 75%.
Okay. You got a copy you can check real quick?
Nice try, Bob.
I don't recall anything in the rules about this.
No, that's right. But you did ask him, and he said 75% sure.
That's the way I'm leaning to. Joy of Cooking. That name just, I can almost see it on the cover. Additions, Goodnight. If they're using additions the way that I would use the word additions, then Joy of Cooking makes sense. And my strategy all along has been I would take some risk between 64 and 125, or be willing to take some risk. So I'm going to say B, Joy of Cooking.
Want to make it your final answer?
Now that's a good question. Yeah, that's my final answer.
Final answer. Oh boy, you're right. It's The Joy of Cooking. Okay. All right. It cost us 2 more lifelines, and now you're out of lifelines. But you've got 125,000. Should you miss here, you'll lose 93,000. But we're looking at $250,000 right here. Here we go. Gutzon Borglum is famous for designing which of the following national monuments? Crazy Horse, Lincoln Memorial, Grant's Tomb, Mount Rushmore.
I was pretty sure that he did Crazy Horse and Mount Rushmore. Evidently not. Ah, goodness. If only one of those had been up there, I would have been glad to go all day long. I know it's not the Lincoln Memorial. I know it's not Grant's Tomb. It's either Crazy Horse or Mount Rushmore. Gosh, I thought it was both. I've been wrong on things before, though. I can write a lot of poems for $125,000. Well, I told myself that between 64 and 125, I'd take a risk. That's a good place to risk. And after 125, I had to know it. I told myself that going in. I had to know it. And I don't know it. I have to ask myself, will I be more upset if it's not Mount Rushmore, which I'm pretty sure it is Mount Rushmore, and I let 250,000 go, or if I'm wrong and I let 93,000.
You lose 93 and back to 32,000, which still isn't bad.
No, it's not bad, but it's not 125,000 either. Well, what's Mount Rushmore? I said going in, I would stop if I didn't know. I'm not gonna.
But you really don't want to stop, do you?
No, I really don't.
You want to keep going.
I want to keep going. I want $1 million.
Because in
I
your
want
heart,
to be a millionaire.
In your heart, you know it's one of those two. You
Oh, no question. It's one of those two, but I don't think they'll let me answer both of them.
No.
Just this once, maybe.
You're more confident about Rushmore than you are Crazy Horse.
Yeah, I was pretty sure about Crazy Horse, but if I had to choose one of the two, I would go with Mount Rushmore. But the fact is, I don't have to choose one of the two. I can get up. It's a nice, comfortable chair. I've been happy here.
We want to do
It's
what
good
you want to
water.
do. We want you to be happy.
I'm happy. I'm happy. And I'm going to be happy with $125,000.
Why, sure you will.
Stop here.
All right. Final decision?
Final decision.
All right, let's see now if you're walking away from another $125,000. You thought it was Mount Rushmore? Yeah. The answer is Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, that's
all right, but
fine.
it's $125,000. And I'm glad you got it. Now, good luck to you, Bob. Yes, it was Gutzon Borglum who designed Mount Rushmore. Korshak Zilkowski designed the monument to Crazy Horse, and it's still under construction today with his family. But at $125,000, Bob Watts is now one of the wealthiest poets of all time. But right now, we've got 10 new contestants ready to go. Who are they tonight? Let's find out. They are Mark Gould, Atlanta, Georgia. Gary Bergman, Pullman, Wisconsin. Ann Mayer, Bronx, New York. Marilyn Ruzal, Hamden, Connecticut. Brian Sexton, Atlantic Beach, Florida. Rod Trail, Greensboro, North Carolina. Rich Cooper, Flanders, New Jersey. Meredith Ryan, Ketchum, Idaho. Diane Nelson, Corvallis, Oregon. And Mike Beecher, West Covina, California. Okay, everybody, here's how it works now. In a moment, a question and 4 answers will appear on your screens. The one who puts those answers in the correct order in the fastest time will be our next player. Audience, we need complete silence here for this one. Here comes the question. Put these books in order of their first publication, starting with the earliest. Passages, The Dilbert Principle, The 1 Minute Manager, The Art of Happiness. Okay, everybody, time's up. Let's see the answer in the correct order, starting with the earliest book, Passages. Then came The 1 Minute Manager, The Dilbert Principle, finally The Art of Happiness. You got it in the right. The only one, Brian Sexton. There you go, Brian. Ready to go for $1 million? I'm ready. He's ready. We'll be right back. Good for you.
Switch.
So we have Brian Sexton. He's from Atlantic Beach, Florida. That's right outside of Jacksonville. As a matter of fact, you folks in Jacksonville are well aware of him. He is the radio play-by-play announcer for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Good football team.
Yeah, they were 14-2 this year, just short of the Super Bowl. But,
yeah, they always get right up there, and then something happens.
You know, I feel fortunate. In 5 years, I've done 2 AFC championship games and 8 playoff games. And now, if Coach is watching, I'd like to do a Super Bowl.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And your wife's sitting right behind you there. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Regis.
Let's see, her name is Jennifer, and she is the first person you met when you moved to Florida.
When they moved me from Wichita, I took off. I didn't have a family member or a friend or even a coworker that I knew. And when I got to Jacksonville, I stopped off at the radio station, thought I'd introduce myself. And the first person that I met was Jennifer. She made me work for it. She wasn't real friendly right away.
Uh-huh. She was the first one and the one that you knew you were going to wind up.
Yeah, I don't know why it was, but I guess there is that connection that people talk about. And,
yeah, but the only problem was you were dating somebody else at the time.
yeah, well, that took a little time to get through, too. But 2 years later, I just decided it was time to be with her. And, well, a little while later, she decided it was time to be with me, too.
Oh, my gosh.
It took some convincing.
Yeah, you know what? You're leading a charmed life so far.
So
you know,
far.
High school to the pros. Jennifer, it's all coming your way. Let's see if it continues, all right? You know the rules, right, Brian? You know about the lifelines 50-50. Ask the audience, phone a friend. So if you're ready, Brian Sexton, let's play. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Okay, we begin, as always, with the $100 question. According to a popular phrase, when you confront a difficult situation, you are said to bite the what? Book, pencil, bullet, bag.
Regis, the answer is C. Bite the bullet.
Yeah, that's what you do. You bite the bullet. $200. What usually appears above the head of an angel? Beret, halo, smoke ring, antenna.
Well, for brownie points, I'm going to say I see one every morning, and that would be halo. B. Final answer.
The audience is about ready to turn on you. You know what I mean?
Regis, I got to use what I've got in my mouth.
You're doing fine. Final answer?
Final answer.
Yes, take a look. It's a halo. There you go. $300. Here it comes. In the movie The Wizard of Oz, what did the Tin Man wish for? An axe? A heart? WD-40? A driver's license?
Well, when I moved to Florida, I got the Kansas jokes on a daily basis. I will go with B. Tin Man wished for a heart.
Exactly what he wished for, a heart. We're going for the $500 question. Where would you most likely find a blurb? On a book cover? On a fish? On a tree? In an oven?
Regis, that would be A. On a book cover.
Blurb on a book cover is the right answer. $1,000, here it is. Who has hosted the Muscular Dystrophy Association's National Telethon for over 30 years? Bob Hope, Jerry Lewis, Milton Berle, Rodney Dangerfield.
He does a great job every September. That is B. Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis, the right answer for $1,000. Okay, just like that, you're 10 questions away from winning the $1 million. 3 lifelines still with you. Here it is for $2,000. In the 1985 song Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, what completes the lyric, I want my MTV, BMW, VH1, HBO?
Well, in 1985, I was in high school, and I wanted this every day, too. It was A. My MTV.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You wanted your MTV, you got it right for $2,000. 9 away from the million, 4,000, here it is. Where do manned U.S. space shuttle launches take place? Kennedy Space Center, Edwards Air Force Base, Marshall Space Center, Johnson Space Center.
Well, we live in Atlantic Beach, and we have a flat roof 2 blocks from the water. And when they launch the space shuttle from the Kennedy Space Center, Jenny and I go up to the roof and watch it go by, about 6 seconds after it launches. So I'll go with A, Kennedy Space Center.
Want to make it your final answer?
I would.
You're absolutely right. It's the Kennedy Space Center. The voice of the Jaguars on a roll, going for $8,000. The 18-month-old child who was rescued from a Texas well shaft in October 1987 was known as Baby Who? Michelle, Ashley, Jessica, Jennifer.
Let's see. I guess no reason to put my wife through any more heart palpitations. I'll go with baby Jessica. C.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was baby Jessica. You notice that Brian can't help himself. He does a little play-by-play with every answer. Sounds good, too. All right, my man, 7 away. All your lifelines are with you, going for $16,000. Here it comes. What tragic American literary character made his home in West Egg, Long Island? Jay Gatsby, T.S. Garp, Howard Rourke, Arthur Dimmesdale.
Not much play-by-play for this one. I think I'm going to need some color analysis. Regis, I think I'd like to poll the audience.
All right, we can do that. Sure. Audience, we need a little help here for Brian. On your keypads using A, B, C, or D, please vote now. All right, 78% feel it was Jay the Great Gatsby. What do you think?
I seem to remember that from literature as well. And that was what I was leaning towards. So I'll go with it as well. Regis, A, Jay Gatsby.
Final answer?
It is.
Yes, it was Jay Gatsby, the great Gatsby and Scott Fitzgerald. We're going for $32,000 when we come back.
We asked America.
To continue for children like Amherst.
Ryan Sexton from Atlantic Beach, Florida, right outside of Jacksonville, in the driver's seat right now, doing very, very well. Wife Jennifer right behind him there. Jennifer, I understand that you tried out for the game as well.
Since the show has been on the air, Regis, I've been trying to call. I've gotten through. I can't get past the first 3 questions.
Is that right? Yeah. Meanwhile, Mr. Know-It-All here got right in and went right through it. And you have a twin brother who's also tried to get on.
I do, many times, and he got the brains of the egg, as I like to say. And he just never got on. And if you were asked any of my family members, my other brother, or my parents, they'd tell you Terry would be the first one to get through.
See
He's
what
a
I mean?
lifeline now.
See what I mean about a charmed life? You seem to have it all. You're 31 years old. You got a full head of hair, piercing blue eyes, a beautiful wife, a great job.
I have no complaints.
And you're on your way to becoming a millionaire.
Don't say that too loud. My wife is going to hold you to it.
Okay. Well, I hope it's true. All right, you won $16,000. Should you miss in here, you go back to $1,000. So this is a very important question coming up. This is for $32,000. Let's play. Okay, here it is. What was Captain James Kirk's middle name on the television series Star Trek? Was it Timon, Tyrone, Tiberius, Thomas?
I was not the Star Trek guru. That was the aforementioned twin brother. But I do know that it was Captain James T. Kirk. You made it so easy with 4 T's. But I do know this one. It's Captain James Tiberius Kirk C. is my answer.
And that's your final answer, too, the way you're saying it.
My final answer.
And it's the right answer, too, for $32,000. You're hot. You're on fire. You've seen this happen to football teams before where they can't lose. You can't lose tonight.
You never take yourself too seriously because then you get beat by the Titans.
That's right.
You know?
But there are no Titans in sight. It's just Regis. So here you go. You're going for $64,000. 5 away from $1 million. 2 lifelines left. Here it is for $64,000. Which of the following fashion designers sells clothes under his or her birth name? Carl Kanai, Ralph Lauren, Donna Karan, Giorgio Armani.
I like all of them. It doesn't help me here, though. So I think right off the bat, I'm going to use my 50-50.
Want to narrow it down by 2? We can do that. Computer, please take away 2 of those wrong answers for Brian, leaving 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Donna Karan, Giorgio Armani.
Wow. I hate to do it because I'm not certain, but I want to stay in the game. I would like to use a lifeline.
Who do you want to call?
I want to call Heather White.
Who's Heather?
Heather is a morning DJ on the oldie station in Jacksonville, and she is very well versed in things like this.
Okay, we'll call Heather. We'll see if she can break away from the golden oldies. Get her on the line, AT&T. We'll go to work.
Hello?
Hello, Heather.
Yes?
Hi, Regis Philbin calling from New York City. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Regis?
Good. I've got Brian here,
Hi, Brian.
I had
and he needs your help.
Okay.
He's going for $64,000 right now. He's got a question and 2 possible answers for you. He's going to read them. You're going to tell him the right answer. We're all going to be happy, okay?
Terrific.
So, Brian, it's all yours. You've got 30 seconds, and they start right now.
which of the following fashion designers sells clothes under his or her birth name? Donna Karan or Giorgio Armani?
Wow.
Come on, Heather, baby.
Brian, I am totally not sure. I would have to go with Donna Karan, though, but I'm only about 60% sure.
Okay, Heather. I
Is that
appreciate
fair?
the 60%.
Yeah. I was hoping you'd call me on a $64,000.
Yeah, that helps me, Heaven. Well, I was thinking it was Donna Karen anyway. So, since I'm already basically taking home a new car for my wife, I will go ahead and use a guess and say C, Regis, Donna Karen.
Now, is that just Donna Karen or is that Regis Donna Karen? Donna Karen, your final answer?
It is my final answer.
Oh my gosh, it was Giorgio Armani. Yeah, Giorgio Armani now. That sounds like a real name.
Yeah, I guess it does.
All right, you got $32,000, and there you are, guys. Good luck, Richard. Thanks, Donna Karen was born Donna Fasky. And Donna Fasky, New York, just doesn't have the quite same ring to it. Anyway, we still have 9 more contestants ready to go. So here's the next fastest finger question. Put the following TV moms in order of when they first debuted, starting with the earliest. Elise Keaton, Samantha Stevens, Harriet Nelson, Harriet Winslow. Okay, everybody, time's up. Let's see the answer in the correct order, starting with the earliest mom, Harriet Nelson, Samantha Stevens, then Elise Keaton, finally Harriet Winslow. That's the right order. Let's see who got it right in the fastest time. Rich Cooper. Hey, Rich, how you doing? Great. Ready to win $1 million? Ready. We'll be right back in a moment.
The place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Rich Cooper from Flanders, New Jersey. That's near Morristown, New Jersey. 21 years old, attends Harvard University, studying what?
Social studies.
Social studies. Good for you. And accompanied by your grandma. Her name is Adeline. Nice to have you here, Adeline.
Thank you.
Has he been a good grandson?
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's
Wonderful.
nice. You know, the last couple of young men we've had here have been, the grandmothers have been with them.
We're all proud.
That's good. That's great. All right, Rich, we have a few minutes left. Do you know the rules? You know the lifelines, 50-50. Phone the audience, ask a friend. It's all here. So if you're ready, Rich Cooper, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? For $100. According to the popular phrase, what makes the heart grow fonder, Rich? Food, mother-in-law, absence, $1 million.
Well, I'm going to say that absence makes the heart grow fonder. See?
Yes, it's absence. It makes the heart grow fonder. $200. Here it comes. Formed in 1948, the Hells Angels is what type of organization? Rock band? Motorcycle club? Baseball team? Book club?
The Hells Angels, they're a motorcycle club.
Yes, they're a motorcycle club. $200. All right, for $300, where does a wolf give birth to her young? In a den, spa, resort, honeymoon suite?
The wolf gives birth in a den.
In a den. Den is the right answer. You got it for $300. $500. At what event would you most likely hear a commencement address? Baby shower? A wedding? Funeral? Graduation?
Well, hopefully I'll be having one of these next year if all goes well. So it's D, graduation.
And we hope you'll be there, right? It's graduation for $500. Here it is now for $1,000. What is the term for a small picture on a computer screen that represents an object or function? URL, icon, nocturne, kilobyte.
That would be B, icon.
Icon it is for $1,000. Okay, Rich. Going for the $2,000 question right here. Which of the following goofball movies features the antics of Lieutenant Frank Drebin? The Naked Gun, Airplane, The Pink Panther, Police Academy.
This is a favorite of mine, and I know that it's A, the Naked Gun.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Yes, Frank Dreeben and the Naked Gun. Okay, Rich, take a look at this for $4,000. What company traditionally awards pink Cadillacs to its most successful salespeople? Amway, Avon, Mary Kay Cosmetics, Tupperware.
I think I know this, but let me just take a second to think it through.
Take your time.
Okay, I'm gonna say the answer is C. Mary Kay Cosmetics with a pink Cadillac.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Absolutely right. Mary Kay gives those pink Cadillacs. We keep moving. Here it is for $8,000. What character on the animated TV series South Park dies in almost every episode? Cartman, Kenny, Wendy, Stan.
Well, to be honest, I've never seen the show.
You're kidding.
I think I'm the one person. I'm that guy.
You're the only guy at Harvard.
But I have heard a lot of people talk about the show. And the phrase, "Who killed Kenny?" always comes up. So I'm going to say the answer is B, Kenny.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Just won $8,000. Well, that was a gutsy call. Some people would have polled the audience, you know, or whatever. Okay, good. So you're still here. You're still going to be with us the next time. And that sound means we're out of time for tonight. But Rich will be back here on Tuesday night. We'll see you then. And joining him will be 10 new contestants who have flown in from all over the country. And they are Tom Renault, Les Frazier, Jim Jenkinson, John Mankin, Eileen Duffy, David Tippett, Terry Harper, Dave Potts, Joseph Meisner, and Ken Collins. Hey.